Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes, and we're both from the Irish American Club of Berkshire County. And we sit here this morning in the beautiful studios of WTBR 89.7 Pittsfield Community Radio. How are you, Farmer?
I'm doing well. How is everybody out there in Radio Land? And yourself, Kevin?
I can't complain. I'm pretty good.
No one's going to listen, right?
No, and I get paid to listen to people, so I know what it's like.
Oh, man, some people got the life, I guess.
I guess they do. But what kind of show do you have hope for us there, Farmer?
Well, I've got a couple of songs that I haven't heard in a while, so I'm going to try them out. They're old bands, but they're new to the Irish Club. We're going to hear some Shillelagh Law, some Luke Kelly, who's been around for a while, and Lunasa.
Wow, Lunasa, we haven't heard from them in a while. And I'm going to be playing some Rory Gallagher from his Irish tour of 1974, a while ago. We'll be hearing from Bobby Casey. Seamus Begley is on tap, as well as Planksty. Who's one of my favorite bands, absolutely.
They haven't been around. I haven't heard from them in a while.
Well, probably 30 years, but something like that.
On the show, I mean.
So let's do Rory Gallagher, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
I'll try a bit of acoustic and a tune you might like to hear. This one is by Tony Joe White. It's one of his songs called As the Crow Flies. Hope you enjoy it. As the crow flies, baby, well, I ain't so far from you. As the crow flies, baby, well, I ain't so far from you. But since I don't have wings, I can get home as fast as I want to. As the crow flies, baby, well, I ain't so far from you. As the crow flies, baby, well, I ain't so far from you. But since I don't have wings, I can get home as fast as I want to. Night. Well, I heard you call my name, and I took it as an omen, and I jumped on a very fast freight train. Yeah, now the crow flies. baby. How I miss your sweet caress. When I'm in your loving arms, that's when I'm at my very best. As the crow flies, baby, that's how I'm on my way. As the crow flies, baby, I'm on my way. If I don't stop running, I can get home for the break of day. 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 Get home for the break of day.
the hewling along, Ekertwarish na hart is farrinend. Moonen omper glocher zigal, messe hedres metal. Ni holdem en hogen adon valbra, dar vakas kjult bogilera. Ni lisria mohulrendo I khobra, leshnatut gungleter kilberer kors. Is horowe bochelin bra, is horowe shin hom belive. Tam jogar mordes bechore lang, on the mol in misland hilveren. So da vin tron loch men chlores fuilan, on herscher kerk frig agus drede. Gegeven slede van a gerach febla, is gelmelum le hare van vuden. Bin voor megan gonner talligen gaan vjeng, het regent en tannig is markegen gjeng. Bin eierke da hedes de kieta haza, knokan in hilberen. Is horowe bochelin bra, is horowe shin hondelav. Tan jogar mordes bechore lang, an den norden misland hilberen. Binola even us ring agus ras agus kol on the heaven a hemmend. Bin gasser a griar gurkinia glera, vacher en chiske na strikrian an oud. Shinderelem gliver hocht lint er kart, han genol misland te kilbere. Sing up, es horowe bochelin bra, es horowe shin hondelav. Tan jogar mordes bechore lang, han genol misland te kilbere. Es horowe shin hondelav. Tan jogar mordes bechore lang, han genol misland te hilvere. Thank you, my mother.
Seamus Begley there, otherwise known as a great accordionist, and he's playing with the band Tasia, and they're singing the hymn Kilmoira. And before that, we heard from Sean Kenny, excuse me, and Bob Casey with two reels, One called the Shansho Show.
Shansho Show.
Shansho Show, which means the old man's something. And the Freeze Britches. I'm not sure what that refers to either. Excuse me, I don't know why I have this tickle in my throat. But first up on this set, we heard from Rory Gallagher from his Irish tour in 1974, famous event in Ireland, with his live version of As the Crow Flies.
As the Crow Flies.
And you have something for us now, Farmer.
Yeah, we're going to start this second set off with Shillelagh Law.
I've been up, I've been down, I've been kicked to the ground, but I'll always have my say. Got a thick upper lip and a bag full of tricks. Every dog will have his day. 'Cause you'll never beat the Irish. No, you'll never beat the Irish. No, you'll never beat the Irish. No, you'll never beat the Irish. I've been up, I've been down, I've been kicked to the ground, but I'll always have my say. Labelless liars, the drunks and the goons, the black sheep of the land, the neighborhood fool. Native in struggles need not apply, but the guilt begin to rise. You'll never beat the Irish. No, you'll never beat the Irish. No, you'll never beat the Irish. No, you'll never beat the Irish. I've been up, I've been down, I've been kicked to the ground, but I'll always have my say. Turning the tables, we rise to the top. Local boys who make good, our march never stops. Remember the lessons our forefathers passed. Tradition built to last. You'll never beat the Irish. No, 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 you'll never beat
Way up in the north in old Tyrone, there's a pretty little girl I call my own. She's the sweetest rose that island's ever grown. And it's true as the moon and the stars above, a fallen head of eels in love with a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. There's cute little girls in Ostraban, they're just as pretty in Monaghan. There's two every row of an eye is known. But I guess that I'll be out of bounds, 'cause there between the northern towns is a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. Well, she wears my ring and tells her friends she's gonna marry me. And best of all, she tells them all she's happy as can be. Oh, lucky me. Well, I don't know what she's done to me. There's nothing that my eyes can see. So I'm a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. She wears my ring and tells her friends she's happy as can be. And best of all, she tells them all she's gonna marry me. Oh, lucky me. Well, I don't know what she's done to me. There's nothing that my eyes can see. But my pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. My pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone.
That was the Wicklows. They don't tell me who the Wicklows are, except the Wicklows. And their album, Old Ireland, with the well-known dance tune, actually, The Pretty Little Girl from Omagh. And before them, we heard from Planxty of yesteryear, album Between the Jigs and the Reels. You heard Three Reels, Aconrai Lasses, The Old Wheels of the World, and the Spike Island Lasses. So 2 sets of lasses. And you started us off, Farmer.
I did. I started us off with Shillelagh Law, You'll Never Beat the Irish, and that was off their 1 in 9 album.
I checked the Irish news today before I came in, and Charlie Huffy's having his usual problems of his past is biting him in the rear end. But other than that, there's a movement the government has raised money to do a commercial renewal of Moore Street, which is an iconic street off of O'Connell Street in Dublin, but it's next to the General Post Office, the scene of the Irish Revolution.
Yeah.
And so Moore Street in and of itself held some valuable events and some noteworthy individuals during that event. And so they're careful. And it's also the open market in Dublin. So all the vendors with all their fruits and vegetables and all that stuff occupy Moore Street
It's the
several days a week.
Moon and
Yeah,
something
that
to
whole
do with
thing.
it, yep.
So the denizens who live and work on Moore Street are quite nervous about what the government might have intended. They describe it as a commercial renewal. And so doing that, performing that, achieving that, while at the same time observing the historical value of the venues is going to be a challenge for them. But that was interesting to read in the paper today. You're starting us off, Farmer.
I am. I'm starting us off with Luke Kelly's, and it was The Town I Love So Well.
The long version.
The long version.
played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called women from Cregan, the moor and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children and then trained the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride in the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I'd learned about life, and I'd found a wife in the town I loved so well. When I returned, how my eyes have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damned barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirit's been bruised, never broken. They will not forget, but their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so well.
Sinners make the best of saints. Sinners make the best saints. Sinners make the best of saints. So they say. So they say. Take this, take everything. Take all of this away from me. 'Cause you know everything, and you know all of my favorite mistakes. Sinners make the best of saints. Sinners make the best saints. Sinners make the best of saints. So they say. So they say. Wash my hands clean. Take this, take all of this from me. 'Cause I know sinners, we make the best of saints. And you know all of my favorite mistakes. Sinners make the best of saints. Sinners make the best saints. Sinners make the best of saints. So they say. So they say. They say that if I get down on my knees and humbly ask, that I will be set free. But I know sinners, we make the best of saints. And you know all of my favorite mistakes.
That was Martin Hayes. I'm sure you recognized his style playing the fiddle, the Irish fiddle. Those two reels were the Collier's reel and Johnny's reel and the wedding reel.
Wedding
wheel.
Okay.
And before that, we heard from Emish. We saw them at Saratoga, I think.
We did. Actually, I don't think it was Saratoga. Now I think about it. It was down in
East Durham. Yeah. And we all know that Emish is a great band. They're descendants of other Irish bands.
Yeah.
Kids from all the other Irish bands. So I wonder if they're still together. Let's see if they have a new album out.
Yeah.
But the name of that tune was Sinners Make the Best Saints. And you started us off, Farmer.
I did. I started us off with Luke Kelly's The Town That I Love So Well, and that was off the Definitive Collection.
Okay, we all know where to turn when we're looking for a definitive song, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
There's two great big CDs in this great big red CD
I think I
case.
have that too, don't I?
I think so. Maybe I got it from you. I haven't returned it.
I'll check my boxers to see if it's in there. So, on this day in 1970, the first arms trial began in Dublin. Charles Haughey, who had been dismissed from government earlier that year, faced prosecution for conspiring to import arms illegally, as did Captain James Kelly of the Irish Army, Belfast Republican John Kelly, and Belgian businessman Albert Lux. Charges against Neil Blaney, who had also been dismissed from government, were dropped in July. The trial collapsed after only a week after it began, when Judge Andrus O'Keefe, which is where the word Kevin comes from, by the way.
Really?
So Andrus O'Keefe withdrew following the accusations of bias. So they accused the judge of being biased, and the trial collapsed. The retrial began on October 6th and lasted until October 23rd. The chief prosecutor witness was Jim Gibbons, Fianna Fáil Minister of Defense at the time of the minister's dismissal, who claimed that Haughey had known about a plan to import weapons to be given to the IRA in Northern Ireland. Haughey denied this. In the end, all four men were acquitted. Judge Seamus Henchy summed up the verdict by saying, quote, "There was a flat contradiction between Mr. Haughey's version and Mr. Gibbons' version, and the difference seemed to be irreconcilable." The Taoiseach at the time, Jack Lynch, responded to the verdict, "No one can deny that this was an attempt to import arms illegally." So that's still hanging fire in somewhere.
I guess.
So what are we going to hear from you, Farmer?
We're going to hear Lunasa,
Which is number 6.
which is number 3.
Here we go.
Walking along the banks of the river, starts out narrow, ends up so wide. Somewhere along you will find the right step stores. Sooner or later you cross to the other side. River starts way up in the mountains, slowly falls all the way to the sea. In between so much twisting and turning, winding its way until it runs free. I don't know where I'm going, but I know how I'll get there. Follow the laughing water all the way down. Build me a boat and I'll float down the middle. Just let the current take me where I'm bound. River starts way up in the mountains, slowly falls all the way to the sea. In between so much twisting and turning, winding its way until it runs free. the mountain. Made a new friend on this long and winding stream. The water is wide, so just let it take you. Just let it take you into your dream. Lots of questions I asked and asked, but no one seemed to hear. But I was the one who should have been listening. Now I know I have nothing to fear. River starts way up in the mountain, slowly falls all the way to the sea. In between so much twisting and turning, winding its way into the country. On songs and stories, heroes of renown, are the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes, that once was part of Dublin in the red times. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the red times.
Well, my name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as can be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. My trade, I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy. Like my house, I fell to progress. My trade's a memory. I caught a peg indignant, as pretty as you please. A rogue child of Mary, from the rebel libertines. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black
door standing open. The room beyond it is dark and quiet, and she knows just what you've done, and she also knows who with. She'll make herself forget. What are you feeling? Well, can you justify it now? Why don't you take it to the end? Are you scared of vain? Go tell the world how. You're a genius, you're a giant, you're a prince, you are the hope. The things you feel are just a joke, so burn, burn, burn. They filmed your party, you were the center. You had your bottle, you met new people. She took you off to see her house, and her teenage daughter's there. But after evening meal, you started dying. You're a genius, you're a giant, you're a prince, you are the hope. The things you feel are just a joke, so burn, burn, burn. Then the mother and daughters cried, don't leave us. But I went anyway. And so they said, come back. You're a visionary genius and a beautiful, sensuous man. The English toy town's looking well. William Blake fans sitting halves of ale, cruel but profound. They're all one color, but she came from rocks and rain, where the people have no pride or hope, and you're oozing both. No, they won't help you. You're a genius, you're a giant, you're a prince, you are the hope. The things you feel are just a joke, so burn, burn, burn. You're a genius, you're a giant, you're a prince, you are the hope. The things you feel are just a joke, so burn.
So this is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes saying goodbye for another week, while you're listening to Micro Disney from their album The Clock Come Down the Stairs in the song Genius. Please listen to our show again next week, and please listen to all the locally produced programming here at 89.7 WTBR.
And thank everybody for tuning in again this week. Again, stay tuned to our show again next week. And I hope everybody has a good week. And be good, be kind, and keep those Irish eyes a-smiling.
Ram Ugget Ugget Shahi Shahugan.
An instant